welcome back to the channel. We're here for part 2 of the treasure trove Dreamsnap submissions in Discord. So excited to get into these. If you haven't checked out part 1, make sure you do so. You can either check it out after this video or go watch it first. I don't mind either way, but there's the amazing submissions in both half of these videos or both parts of this video. So yeah, definitely go check them out. As I mentioned in my last video, this is kind of a tough time for me, so I do apologise for the lateness of this video and the fact that I haven't been posting and things like that. So I do apologise, but hopefully we'll come back to our usual schedule next week. But yeah, let's jump over to Discord. Let's take a look at what you've all come up with, because the submissions over there are absolutely fantastic. So I'm really excited to get into this. So starting off strong, we have this amazing submission from High Five to the Face. I absolutely love this. I love the choice of dress. This is one of my favourite dresses in game. I think it's so pretty. Obviously I love all the stacks of like the gold and things like that. It kind of has a very like symmetrical vibe, which I love. I love how you've kind of used the golden and the red gems as well. Or at least the yellow and red, I guess you could say. I think it works really nicely with the colours, and I love where you've chosen to take this snap with that backdrop of those kind of like ruins, that kind of like bridge, staircase, whatever you want to call it. I just think it works really well and is really aesthetic and things like that. So honestly, amazing work with this snap. This is such a good submission, so gold, so vibrant. I think this is going to do really well. Next up we have a snap from Jolly, and this is the main account submission, and this is so good. One, I love the close-up of the parrot. I think that just works really nicely. Obviously you're posing there in your pirate gear, and then we've got like stacks of treasure dotted around, the pirate ship in the background, the sparkles from the fireworks. I just think it all works really nicely. But what I really like about this submission, which I think is different from a lot of others, is how lush it feels. Like we've got all the foliage, all the flowers, all the trees, like even using the like coconut trees dotted in with like the palm trees works really nicely. We've got some beautiful floral elements. So I think this is an absolutely wonderful submission. I think this is going to do really well. Next up, we have a submission from Say Hi Joel. And again, this is so good. I think using sort of Skull Rock, Skull Island is kind of like the best choice to make in this like snap. Like it just works so well. It's like it makes sense as a place, as a backdrop. Obviously I love all the decor elements here with like the treasure, pirate treasure boxes and chests and things like that. Using the pearls as decoration. I really need to start remembering that you can use pearls as decor, because it looks really nice. Obviously we got the boats that like I imagine you and Donald came in on to collect all this treasure, all this gold and things like that. I really like this. I think it's a wonderful snap, and I think it's going to do really well. Next up, we have a submission from Jessica, and this is Ariel's treasure trove, and I really love that. I love that you've kind of lent into the Ariel vibes and things like that. Like obviously that makes sense. She does collect a lot of things. She has her own private treasure trove. So I think using Ariel is just such a great little nod and sort of reference to the film and things like that, and how she collects things and stuff. So I think that was a wonderful little choice to make. I obviously love all the like gold elements, but I love how you've like sort of mixed it in with various kind of like sea elements. Like we've got a lot of the shell chairs and things like that. We've got the ferns, we've got the shells, the corals and things like that. Like it just works really nicely together. So I think this is a wonderful little snap. I think it's a really creative take on the challenge. I think it's going to be really eye-catching and will really stand out amongst all the submissions out there. Next up, we have a submission from Punchy LaRue, and I really like this. Again, this whole shipwreck vibe. I think it's such a good idea, and I really kind of wish I'd thought of it, because I think it works really nicely. I love the little like turtle posing in the background. I love the like elements of the sea, like with the snail, the crab. We've got the bones of a fish here. I think that works really nicely. And then we've got like all the treasure and stuff like that. And I love that you've gone with like this outfit that you've been shipwrecked and abandoned on this island for a while. You're waiting for rescue or trying to find your way off and things like that. I just think it works really nicely. So I think this is a fantastic snap. I think it's a fantastic take on the challenge, something a bit different, and I think that will make it stand out amongst all the other submissions. So fantastic job. Next up, we have a submission from Rainbow, and I love this. I love the warm tones in this photo. I don't know if you've used like a filter or something, or if it's just the time of day, but it has a really lovely tone to it. I love that we've got this close up in the foreground of the treasure. I just think it works really nicely to see this detail and have that kind of focus with that foreground element. Obviously we've got some treasure in the background, again mixing in some of the like rustic items with the barrels. Great choice with the outfit, works really well as kind of like a pirate vibe, and then obviously using Donald makes a lot of sense in his pirate outfit. So I think this is a gorgeous snap. I think, yeah, just fantastic, lovely lighting. I think this will do really well. Next up, we have a snap from Wolfie, and I really like this. I think this is really different. I love that you've mixed some of the like new furniture you can craft. Like I think this is meant to be like a table thing, but I love that kind of like almost like steampunk kind of vibe to it. Obviously we've got different elements of treasure. We've got a small treasure pile, we've got the pirate treasure item here. We have like even just using the what is it, it's not binoculars, what are they called, telescope, like using that makes sense. Obviously all the gems and things like that. We have Eric's ship in the backdrop, which works really well, again kind of leaning into those pirate vibes. So I think this is a wonderful submission, fantastic job here. Next up, we have a submission from Jasper, and this is so cute. Okay, I love all the foliage. The foliage is fantastic. It definitely feels like a hidden away backdrop. There isn't as much of the treasure here. Like we do have a little bit here in the background. We've got the sword in the stone, which I think works really nicely. We do have this golden fence and the celestial pillar. This is really cute. I don't know whether people, like I said in one of the previous snaps, like with my own as well, whether people are going to be looking for more treasure kind of elements. I don't know, but either way, this is a beautiful little snap. It is pretty. You can't deny that this is a pretty looking snap. So good luck with this one. Next up, we have another eye-catching submission from Emmy, and oh my god, I really love this. Emmy, you do beautiful snaps every week. Just the vibes are stunning. Obviously I love that you've got the moonstone chest here. I think that works really nicely with a lot of the blue tones within the shot. I love that we've got like Merlin's house here. I think that works really nicely. We've got stacks of treasure dotted around. We've got the sword in the stone and things like that. I think this is a gorgeous snap. I love the outfit choice as well. I think the outfit choice is really complimentary. Like this feels like a very cohesive theme. So honestly, fantastic job with this little snap. I'm really excited to see how this does. And next up we have my submission. So this was done on stream. I had a little bit of difficulty deciding sort of how to get this snap and what to go for and things like that. Like obviously I really wanted a Mickey Cloud, but I wanted Donald and Daisy to kind of like look animated and things like that, and then we were fortunate enough to capture this shot where it looks like Donald is diving into the gold. Clearly takes after his Uncle Scrooge. I did the trees in the background again, kind of to lean into the secretive vibe of this. Obviously dressed up in the pirate outfit to go for those pirate vibes, and then we got the stacks of gold and things like that. So fingers crossed this does well. Out of all the snaps I've done, I definitely think my main account snap is the strongest of the three. This does make me wonder Is it the benefits of having the Rift in Time expansion and the premium shop items? I'm very curious, because a lot of my other snaps, like the one I did for Phoebus's account and obviously my alt account, don't have access to those items. So sort of, it's an interesting perspective and thing to think of, to see how well certain challenges do in certain themes. Obviously, I do believe you can still do a lot of these challenges without it, but it'll be interesting to see how it fares against a lot of the other snaps that we're seeing, which are making use of these giant like treasure pieces and pirate pieces and things like that. So it'll be interesting to see. But either way, I'm proud of all 3 snaps that I've made, so fingers crossed they all do well. Next up, we have a snap from the Decorista, and I really like this. I love how the parrot is like flying towards the screen. I love that. I love the like beachy elements, like even the stones dotted in between, that has this real kind of like natural feel to it. We've got all the like pirate treasure, which I think just works wonderfully. Trader Sam's shop works nicely here too. And then we've also got Eric's ship in the background, like it's your pirate ship, what you're going to use to get away with all these stacks of treasures and riches that you've managed to accumulate and things like that. But this is a wonderful little snap. I really like this. I love the choice of the top with the pants. I think that's really good. So I love people who kind of have an outfit and mix it up from the norm. Like obviously with my snap, I went for the full like pirate bundle outfit, but actually something like this works really nice. It adds a lot of vibrancy and brightness to the photo. So honestly, fantastic snap here. Next up, we have a gorgeous snap from Flame G. One, we have a beautiful Mickey Cloud, like right in the middle, beautifully lit. I love that. We have the Pirate Parrot Companion. We have Donald here. The little turtle's really cute. We've got the stacks of gold as well, which is really nice to see. Even the foliage elements dotted in between works really nicely. So I think this is an absolutely gorgeous snap. It's so well done. It's so well kind of like decorated, so well lit, so vibrant, so eye-catching. I think this is a wonderful snap. Next up, we have a submission from Christian Henry, and this is done in like the dunes kind of area of Eternity Isle, and I really love that. It adds a real nice warm orange glow to kind of like the snap. I love that we've got Eric's ship here. We have the moon in the background just offering this contrasting glow, and then we've got the stacks of gold here, and we've even got Scrooge, which I think is a great addition. Like obviously Scrooge is very much like a lover of his gold, a lover of his money and stuff like that. So I think he's a great choice in this snap, and I think this is a lovely little creation you've made. Next up, we have a submission from Rora, and I adore this. One, how high quality does this image look? Like, I am blown away with this because it just looks so high definition. The quality on this snap is unbelievable. I absolutely love this. I love the kind of like simplicity of you and the monkey companion at the very front of the shot. Just kind of like this lovely little focus, but then we've got all the treasure in the background. I really love it. I think this like image has got like a lot of depth to it. I think it's got a lot of elements. I think it's so well decorated, like the reeds and the lily pads. This is just a gorgeous submission, and like I said, the quality, the quality, like I don't know how many times I can say that again and again, but it's just the quality is so unbelievably good in this photo. Honestly, it's breathtaking to see. I absolutely love this snap. I think this is gorgeous. I think it's so aesthetic. Like, I would literally set this as like a PC desktop backdrop. I think this is gorgeous. I think this is stunning. Honestly, fantastic work here. Next up, we have a submission from Kat, and I really like this. I love that you've got the like Hercules vase here. I think that works really nicely. Again, this use of Eternity Isle, like there's something that feels very secretive and hidden about this area, which I think works really nicely with the whole like hidden secret treasure trove kind of vibe. I love all the foliage elements, like this mix of nature mixed in with all this treasure and gold, using the crates and the clay like vases and pots, again kind of mixing those rustic elements with the bright vibrant gold shininess. I really like that. I think this is a beautiful little submission. I think this is going to do really well. I think you've got a lot of lovely elements in this shot. I think it's really well lit. I think this is going to do extremely well. Next up, we have a submission from Blush Danielle, and I love the lighting in this, all the little fireflies. Like, this is so gorgeous. This is so pretty. Well, it's not fireflies, they're sparkles from the trees, aren't they? What am I on about? See, I make mistakes. It's not the fireflies. These are the sparkles coming from the trees, because these are the, like, the trees from Simba's quest. The Dreamlight fruit trees, that's it. Oh my god, I can't believe I got that muddled up. They look like fireflies. Okay? In my defense. But I love it. I love the sparkles that they bring to the shot. I love all the treasure and how you've like intermixed it with like some of the buttons so that you get these sparkles within the treasure, and even the like, what are these pixel thingies? These things anyway, like that obviously works really well. Obviously we've got the pirate loot, we've got like golden vases, we've got the camel statue, we've got like the mirror item and stuff like that. This is just beautiful. I love the depth on this photo. I love how enclosed and secretive it feels. I think this is an absolutely wonderful snap. Next up, we have a submission from Princess Star Butterfly, and I love this kind of like underwater secret treasure trove. I think that works really nicely. I love the use of the bubbles. Now, I'm not sure, are these the bubbles from Triton's throne? Or are these the bubbles from like the bubble lamp? I'm very curious, because that was one of my like first thoughts when I saw the Triton throne, was being able to utilize the bubbles for like effects. So I'd be very intrigued to find out which direction you took, whether it is the lantern or the throne. I love the blue lights that you've got going on here. How have you done that? That's really cool. I love it obviously with the blue backdrop as well. It's just wonderful. This definitely has a very like under the sea treasure trove vibe. I think it's a really unique take on the challenge, and I think you've done really well with this. This is a really nice snap. I really like this. Great job. Next up, we have a submission from Sunny, and I love this. I love the way the sun is like peeking through in the background, this like giant golden ball kind of thing, if that makes sense. Like, it just adds such a vibrancy to the shot. I do love that we've got the pirate parrot companion here. I think that complements the shot nicely. We've got the gold and everything like that. Your character looks absolutely beautiful. Like, she's the most glam pirate ever. Like, she's a badass. She's a badass, I can tell. But I absolutely love this. I love the colors in this shot. I love that you've got like Donald here. I love the ship in the background. Honestly, this is such a fun shot, so vibrant, so eye-catching. I think this is going to do very well. Next up, we have a submission from Fora, and this is so beautiful. Fora does amazing snaps each week. Like, I love seeing Fora snaps. It makes me so happy to see. This is gorgeous. I love this setup with Donald and Daisy. We've got all the treasure piles, all the loot, the chests that you've used and things like that. We've got the ship in the background, which I think works wonderfully. This definitely feels like a treasure trove. I love the outfit choice and everything like that. Obviously, the sparkles from all the fireworks looks amazing. This is a wonderful little snap. I think you've done amazingly here, and I think you're guaranteed 4K with this shot, because this is a gorgeous submission. Next up, we have this amazing submission from Cole, and I'm sorry, but oh my god, what the heck? This is amazing. Okay, we've got a Mickey Cloud, which is really, really cute. Your character just looks like Captain Hook. The embodiment of Captain Hook. This is amazing. Such a good get up, like get up. Is that the like outfit? Like such an amazing outfit. It works so wonderfully together. Obviously the pirate companion works really nicely. We got Donald and Daisy, I think perfect companions to use in this kind of dream snap. We've got all the gold piles, all the treasure, even these like glowing lanterns and everything just work wonderfully. And then the foliage at the front with these glass flowers, are absolutely stunning. This is just so beautiful. This is such an eye-catching submission. Even the like candles and stuff like that. This I love this. I love this. Honestly, the Peter Pan and Tinkerbell vibes I think was such like good ways to go. Like with the Tinkerbell submission we saw before, I think in the previous video, and then this one here with Captain Hook is just absolutely wonderful. I adore this. I think this is fantastic. This has got to be a top 10 snap for sure. This is wonderful. Next up, we have our lovely Glitchy here with this submission. The submission that inspired me. This is wonderful. I think it's so fun, so creative. Definitely has those like Tomb Raider vibes with the ancient like ruins and things like that. And then we've got the treasure dotted in between. Like we've got the treasure pile, we've got the gold vases, the Cortez chest and things like that. It just works really wonderfully together. I think your character looks fantastic. Yeah, I love this mix of kind of like the ruins with the treasure and stuff like that. I think this is a wonderful snap. I think it's a really unique concept and direction to go for with this challenge. Obviously, you know, I love this snap because it literally inspired my snap. So, I think this is absolutely wonderful. Fantastic, fantastic submission. This is, yeah, fantastic. How many times can I say fantastic in a row? Next up, we have this amazing submission from Sunniwawa. And oh my god, it looks like you're literally about to open the treasure chest. And I just think that is incredible. This has got to be like the Hey Hey pose, right? I'm assuming this is just before Hey Hey runs away and you grab him. What a dynamic pose. That is what wins this shot. This is fantastic. It makes your character look like they are actively doing something, and I just think that's fantastic. So creative. One, I love this little setup anyway with like the boathouse in the background on the upper level of the oasis. We've got the parrot companion here, we've got Donald, we've got like these carts, like as if these carts have carried the gold maybe out from some like treasure cove and things like that, and like the tracks as well that the mine carts are on, just fantastic. I don't have these tracks yet. I really need to do Oswald's quest line and get these because I really want to do something with them. But honestly, the fact that it looks like you're about to open this treasure chest is what blows me away with this entire snap, and I think it is so well done. This is fantastic. It's a work of art. It's so good. I just can't get over the pose. I really can't. I can. It oh god. I love this. I love it. Next up, we have a beautiful submission from Mumba Jules. This is amazing. I love this. Definitely leaning into those secretive treasure trove vibes. This feels very hidden away. It feels very secretive. I love that you've gone with the monkey companion and then you've got like the Apu backpack. I think that's so cute. Obviously, the outfit is great. I love this. As I've commented before, this is one of my favorite outfits in game. I think it's such a lovely costume. I love all the treasure. Like we've got the pirate treasure here. We have like the stacks of the gold, like making use of those time bending elements with like the loot thing. Is that what it's called, a loot? We have like these fragments with like the Agrabah palace and stuff like that. And I do really like how the front of the shot is done. I think this is like decor from the actual valley. Like I think there's like a almost like a bridge kind of vibe thing here, and I think that's what we're getting here. We've got like the trees, the foliage. This is such a beautiful submission. It definitely feels very hidden away, very secretive. I really, really like this, and I think it's a wonderful snap. Next up, we have this lovely submission from Zara, and this is so good. I love that you've got the coins dotted around. Very nice little trick there. I have learned that the trick for getting those coins is to dig them up. Get yourself a potion, dig up the ground, remove the holes, um, and then, yeah, leave the coins. You can use an ancient vacuum to pick up the other pieces if you have one. But I love it. I think it's such a genius idea. Obviously, we've got the stacks of gold. We've got Eric's ship in the background. Your character at the front here with the pirate parrot companion, and Donald works really well. Obviously, I love this pose that the parrot's doing where he's like landing for the food and stuff like that. I think it just adds a lovely kind of like difference to the shot, and obviously makes the parrot look very animated. Yeah, this is just a wonderful submission. I think this is done so well, so beautifully. So fantastic job here. Next up, we have some submissions from Nolan. We have this one to begin with. I absolutely love this. One, the fact that you've hidden your character so well. I'm going to guess your character is just out of view of the snap, I'm going to guess. I don't think you're hiding behind something, but I could be wrong, but I don't think you are. But I love how it looks like it's kind of like Daisy and Donald's treasure. Like they've found this treasure chest, they've found all this loot. We've got the pirate parrot companion here. We've got all the other little companions here. Like we've got the crocodile, we've got the turtle, we've got Hey, we've got the little monkey here. We have a couple of coins dotted around, which is fantastic. We have the pirate treasure. Yeah, this is a wonderful, wonderful snap. I think it's so unique. Nolan really does amazingly with coming up with like unique concepts or setups. Like the way they frame it and set it up. Like obviously a lot of people have used Daisy and Donald. They've used the same items like the treasure and things like that. But I would never think to do like a focus shot with just Daisy and Donald. But it works really, really nicely. And then we have your second account, which does include your character. Again, using those treasure piles. We've got this chest as well. We have all the little turtles here, which is so, so adorable. We've even got Donald in the background, which I think is cute. We've got all the foliage and trees, kind of making it feel a bit more secretive and hidden. And obviously the pirate vibes with your character. Daisy looks amazing. This is a fantastic submission and I love this. Fantastic job. And last but not least, we have Roll Marianne's submission, and this is gorgeous. I love the setup with the jungle boathouse. I think that works really nicely. A very simple shot, just kind of like taken on the beach by Skull Rock. We've got a bit of treasure dotted around, like the treasure pile. We've got the gems. Even using Eric's statue I think works really well. I think it's kind of in keeping with the rest of the items and the theme and the setup. And obviously we've got the little boat in the background as well, which I think does work really nicely. Like maybe you've used that boat to come aboard this island either to hide away your treasures or maybe collect treasures. Either way, I think it's wonderful, and I love the stars in the sky. They are so pretty. I love a good night sky, so I think this is a lovely little snap. Fantastic job. I'm excited to see what your results are going to be. So there we have it. That's all the submissions for the Treasure Trove challenge. They are all absolutely amazing, wonderful creations. You've all worked really, really hard, come up with some really nice and unique concepts. Honestly, great job, amazing submissions. I'm so excited to see what your results are going to be on Wednesday, and thank you very much for sharing with me with the Discord, and obviously let me be able to showcase this to everyone else. So Fantastic job, everyone. Great snaps. If you do watch this video and you're not a part of my Discord, feel free to join. You can share your snaps and be featured in another video like this. And yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.